You want to know what's absolutely destroying this generation? The obsession with celebrity culture and living vicariously through other people's relationships. I'm watching grown adults lose their minds over engagement announcements from people they've never met, and frankly, it's pathetic. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, do it now. Not because I need your validation, but because you clearly need someone to tell you the truth about how backwards your priorities have become. Hit that subscribe button and then share this video with every person you know who's more invested in a celebrity couple than their own damn life. Let me paint you a picture of what I'm seeing out there. People are sitting in their mediocre relationships, scrolling through Instagram, fantasizing about someone else's fairy tale romance. They're comparing their Tuesday night reality to someone else's highlight reel proposal photos, and then wondering why they feel empty inside. Here's a reality check that's going to sting. While you're busy analyzing every detail of some celebrity's engagement ring, your own relationship is falling apart because you refuse to put in the actual work. While you're debating whether their love story is goals, you haven't had a real conversation with your partner in months. And don't even get me started on the people who are single but spending hours dissecting someone else's relationship timeline. You want to know what's really happening here? You're using other people's love stories as an escape from dealing with your own emotional baggage. It's easier to live in fantasy land than face the fact that you're afraid of real intimacy. The level of parasocial relationships I'm witnessing is absolutely insane. You're emotionally invested in people who don't know you exist, while ignoring the relationships that actually matter in your life. You know more about a celebrity's dating history than you do about your own family members' struggles. But here's what really gets me fired up. This obsession with perfection is ruining real relationships. You're comparing your normal, messy, imperfect relationship to carefully curated social media posts and professional photo shoots. That's like comparing your rough draft to someone else's published novel and wondering why yours doesn't look as polished. Real relationships are not Instagram moments. Real love is not a highlight reel. Real partnerships involve arguing about dishes, dealing with morning breath, supporting each other through boring Tuesday afternoons, not just showing up for the glamorous moments. You want authentic relationship advice. Stop looking for it in celebrity gossip. Stop trying to model your love life after people whose entire career depends on maintaining a public image. These are performers, not relationship role models. And let's talk about this engagement culture that's gotten completely out of control. The pressure to have the perfect proposal, the perfect ring, the perfect announcement is creating more anxiety than joy. People are going into debt for engagement rings because they think love is measured in carats. They're planning elaborate proposals for social media instead of focusing on building a foundation for actual marriage. Here's something nobody wants to admit. Most of these celebrity relationships that everyone obsesses over end in divorce. You're modeling your expectations after statistical failures. You're setting yourself up for disappointment by believing in fairy tales instead of focusing on the daily work that real relationships require. The uncomfortable truth is that while you're busy living vicariously through celebrity couples, you're avoiding the hard work of improving yourself. It's easier to scroll through engagement photos than to have difficult conversations. It's more comfortable to fantasize about perfect love than to show up imperfectly for the people already in your life. You know what successful relationships actually look like? They're boring most of the time. They're two people choosing each other every day, even when it's not exciting. They're compromise, communication, and showing up when you don't feel like it. They're not constant fireworks and grand romantic gestures. But that's not what sells magazines or gets clicks, so that's not what you see. Instead, you're fed a constant diet of relationship drama, breakup speculation, and engagement announcements that have nothing to do with your actual life. I'm watching people postpone their own happiness because they're waiting for their life to look like what they see online. They won't commit to someone who's good for them because that person doesn't fit their fantasy of what love should look like. They're rejecting reality in favor of delusion. Here's your wake-up call. Stop consuming other people's relationships as entertainment. Stop using celebrity couples as relationship goals. Stop waiting for your life to look like a movie because movies aren't real life. Instead, invest that energy into the relationships that actually exist in your world. Have real conversations with real people. Work on your own emotional intelligence. Develop the skills that make you a better partner instead of studying someone else's Instagram captions for relationship advice. If you're single, focus on becoming the kind of person you'd want to date instead of analyzing why certain celebrity couples work. If you're in a relationship, put down your phone and actually engage with the person next to you. The brutal reality is that most of you are more emotionally invested in fictional relationships than real ones. You know more about celebrity dating timelines than you do about what makes partnerships actually work. You're experts on other people's love lives while your own emotional life is a mess. Stop outsourcing your relationship expectations to people whose job is to entertain you. Stop letting strangers on the internet determine your definition of love. Stop wasting emotional energy on situations that have absolutely nothing to do with you. Your real life is happening right now while you're busy living in someone else's highlight reel. The person sitting next to you deserves more attention than the celebrity couple you'll never meet. Your actual problems deserve more energy than speculating about someone else's relationship timeline. If this message is making you uncomfortable, good. That means you needed to hear it. If you're getting defensive, ask yourself why. What are you avoiding in your own life by focusing so intensely on other people's? Subscribe to this channel if you want more content that challenges you to focus on what actually matters. Share this video with someone who needs to log off Instagram and start working on their real relationships. The world doesn't need more people obsessing over celebrity couples. It needs more people willing to do the unsexy daily work of building authentic connections with the humans actually in their lives. Stop being a spectator in other people's love stories and start writing your own. But make it real this time, not some performative nonsense designed for social media validation. Your life is waiting for you to show up to it. Stop making excuses and start making it count.